Some days the weight we carry feels invisible. If that's you today, stay with me. I'm Scott, and this is Faith Between the Lines. There's a weight that meets you in the morning before the world wakes, before the light finds the window, before you know even what kind of a day it's going to be. It settles on your chest like a reminder that love once lived here, and loss still echoes in the quiet. Some mornings it feels like the air itself is holding its breath, like heaven is closer than you think, but still out of reach. And if you've lost someone you love, someone whose voice is woven into your memory, then you know this feeling. It's not just grief. It's the space where love used to stand. People don't always talk about this part. They think that faith means you shouldn't feel the ache. They think strength means you shouldn't cry. But that's not how your soul works. Grief is not a failure of faith. It's proof that your heart remembers. The proof that love mattered. It's proof that something eternal touched your life and left a mark that doesn't fade. If that's where you are today, you're not lost. You're not weak. You're not alone. You're standing in a sacred place. A place where heaven and earth feels close and where God meets you. Not with answers, but with presence. Loss has a way of reshaping the soul, not with violence, but with slow, holy pressure that reveals what was always true beneath the surface. It takes the pieces of life that were only held together by habit, and it leaves them behind, the things that were held together by love. Grief removes the noise. It removes the pretending. It removes a part of us that were surviving only on momentum. And that clearing God brings to whisper. Not loudly, not with thunder, but with the kind of voice you only hear when the world's gone quiet enough for your soul to listen. Loss does not break you. It opens you. It opens the places that you've kept guarded. It opens the questions you never dared to ask. It opens the spaces where God can finally reach you without having to fight through all the distractions. And in that opening, you begin to see what's sacred. The breath you still have. The love that didn't die. The memories that still warm the room. The presence that sits with you in the silence when no one else knows what to say. This is the arch we begin to build. Not an escape from grief, but a shelter inside it. A place where the weight can rest without crushing you. A place where your heart can breathe again without feeling guilty for it. As you stand beneath this arch, you begin to realize something holy. You're not walking through this valley alone. You're being guided gently and patiently by a God who knows the shape of your sorrow and the depth of your love. This is where the journey begins to turn. It doesn't turn away from grief, but towards meaning, towards presence, toward the quiet truth that love is stronger than loss and heaven is closer than it feels. There comes a point in grief where you realize you can't stay in the same place forever. Not because the pain is gone, but because your soul is asking you to move. Not fast, not far, just one step. Grief isn't something you get over. It's something you walk through with honesty and patience, and with a God who doesn't rush you. The roadmap really isn't that complicated. It's simple, but it's sacred. The first steps in that roadmap is acknowledgement. Not pretending you're okay, not forcing yourself to be strong, just telling the truth. And the truth hurts. This mattered. This changed me. The second step is presence. Letting yourself feel what you feel without shame, without apology. Sitting with ache instead of running from it. The third step is companionship. Letting God sit with you in the silence, not asking Him to fix it or erase it or explain it, just letting Him be there in the space where your heart is tender. And the fourth step is permission. Permission to breathe again. Permission to smile again. Permission to carry the memory without carrying the weight with the same way. This is the roadmap, and it's not a straight line. It's definitely not a quick fix. It's just the path. It's steady, it's honest, and it's holy. And that leads you from the rawness of loss toward a place where your soul can stand again. And you don't want to walk it alone. Every step you take, God walks with you. Every tear you shed, He gathers. Every moment you feel like you can't go on, He carries the part of you that's too tired to move. This is how we begin to cross the valley. Not by forgetting, but by remembering with grace. Not by rushing, but by trusting. Not by being strong, but by being held. I have a poem that I wrote last week. It's called The Everlasting Light. I was reflecting of the ones that I've lost and of the Christmas and of the holiday season. And I just wanted to share this with you out there. For God so loved this broken world, He stepped into our night. And in the shadow of our sorrow, He became our guiding light. John 3:16, a simple line, but it shakes the soul awake that everlasting life is real and death is not the final break. I think of all the hands I held, the ones I had to let go home, and how the silence after parting never meant I walked alone. Because love like that is anchored deep. It doesn't fade. It doesn't flee. It waits beyond the veil of time for you, for them, for me. And on this quiet Christmas morning, with the world wrapped soft and still, I feel the echo of His promise moving gently through my will. For God so loved not just the saints, not just the strong, the pure, the few, but every weary, wandering heart that didn't know what else to do. He loved us in our trembling. He loved us in our doubt. He loved us when we whispered prayers we couldn't even speak out loud. And when I picture what's before us, what that everlasting means, I see the table set with mercy. I see a place where love redeems. I see the ones I've missed so long turn toward me with a smile, as if the years of aching absence were only just a little while. No more goodbyes, no more last breaths, no more nights that feel too long, just the sound of souls returning to the place where they belong. So on this holy Christmas day, I lift my eyes and let it be, that though His Son, our Savior born, love lives forever endlessly. For God so loved this world of ours, He gave us more than breath or years. He gave us life that never ends and a hope that outlasts our tears. And when my journey finds its rest, when all my earthly steps are through, I'll walk into the promised light and find my loved ones waiting too. You know, there comes a moment in grief when you realize you're not meant to stay in the shadows forever. It's not because the pain is gone, but because love still lives inside you. And it's asking you to be carried forward. This is where the bridge begins. It doesn't appear all at once, and it doesn't raise out of the ground fully built. It starts with something small, a memory that warms inside you, a breath that doesn't hurt as much, a moment where you feel God's presence, not as a distant idea, but as a quiet companion. The bridge is made of these moments. It's made of the times you whisper their name and feel like something gentle inside of you. It's made of the mornings when the valley feels a little bit less empty, when the air carries a kind of peace that you quite didn't expect to find. It's made of the storms too, the thunder and valley as the lightning dances across the ridges, the rain tapping on the roof like a reminder that heaven's really not that far, that the one that you lost is not lost to God. That love never disappears. It changes form, but it does not end. The bridge is built from faith, but not the loud kind, not the kind that demands answers or tries to explain away the ache in your heart. This is the quiet faith, the faith that sits with you in the dark and whispers, I'm here. I haven't left you. You are held. You know, and as you take each step, you begin to realize something holy. You're not crossing this bridge alone. God is walking with you. Memory walks with you. Love walks with you. You know, the bridge doesn't erase the valley. It carries you through it. It gives you a way forward without asking you to forget what brought you here. And somewhere along the crossing, you will feel it. That shift. That something. That quiet truth rising in your chest. You begin to realize you're starting to move towards light again. It's not because the darkness has failed. It's because love is stronger. This is the bridge. This is where grief becomes meaning, where memory becomes a blessing, where faith becomes presence, and where the soul begins to rise. Thank you for spending your time with me today on Faith Between the Lines. If this episode met you where you needed it, I'm grateful. And before you go, I want to leave you with this. You are not alone. You are held, and you are loved more than you know.